We all know that Facebook's algorithms are continually changing. And because of that, we've got to be on top of things and figure out what is still working on social media to get our business out there. We're going to talk about that today. And yes, Facebook has definitely changed. It's changed a lot. I mean, I've been on Facebook for 10 years and it's completely changed how I do my business. When I first started on Facebook, guess what? I could post something about my business or a shoot that I've done and I would get bookings immediately after that. Now, if I post something, people don't really even see it. It's so frustrating. So what do we do now that the algorithms have changed even more? Do we pay for ads? Well, actually, that is a positive thing. I've seen a lot of great things happen from paid ads on Facebook. And if you're going to put your marketing dollars somewhere, Facebook ads are really the place to be, in my opinion. But what about more organic? How can we get more organic reach? Well, I'll tell you, Facebook groups are doing really well. And it puts you in front of your audience without having to pay for it. So should you or should you not do a Facebook group? Well, first of all, you've got to think about who is this Facebook group going to have in it? You definitely want people who are local to you. I have a Facebook community that is really thriving. It has almost 12,000 people in it, and they're all photographers. They don't have to be local to me. They're from all over the world. It's pretty amazing. If you're not a part of it, I want you to join. Go to thesnapsociety.com and hit join the party, and you can be a part of our Facebook community. But if you are a local photographer, then you need to have the people in your group be local to you. That way, you're getting potential clients in your group. So if you're a family photographer, your target is going to be moms. So that's what you're going to be talking about in the group, something that interests moms. So here's the deal. The pros of starting a Facebook group is that, number one, you are going to enhance the know, trust, and like factor. You're going to be getting people to get to know you, to trust you and like you, which in turn is going to make them want to have you as a photographer. You're going to be putting helpful hints and tips and articles in there. You're going to be starting dynamic conversation in there, and they're going to really appreciate that. And then that's going to engage them to keep talking and to engage with the community, so that the more they engage in the community, the more it pops up in their feed. The other thing is you're going to become the expert to them, okay? So when you make a Facebook group, you're not going to just be posting pictures that you've taken. Of course, there is a place for that, and you will do that, but that should not be a majority of what you do. You could talk about photography. You could talk about how they can take better pictures of their kids. You could also talk about organization. You could talk about anything mom related if mom is the one in your group. So you need to think about what is the main theme? What is the main focus of this group? And then you need to really speak to that. And as you're doing that, you're becoming an expert. Not only that, you're getting seen over and over and over again. So while somebody may have seen your pictures on Facebook before and thought, oh, I really want to use her as a photographer in the future, well, 6 months later when they need a photographer, guess what? They've forgotten about you, and the person they see in their feed, that's the person that they're going to think of and remember. But if they're a part of your group and they're constantly active and they're seeing your stuff, but then they're not only seeing your stuff, they're getting helpful advice from you, then guess what? You are going to be forefront on their mind. So there are a lot of pros to having a Facebook group. It brings a lot of visibility to your business without charging you anything. However, there are some cons. And one of those cons is time. Yes, you don't have to pay for this monetarily, but you've got to pay for it with your time. Because if you don't get the group engaged, then guess what? Your group is going to go to the Facebook group grave. And I don't think that's a real thing, but it sort of is. I mean, think about how many groups you're a part of. Really, go right now to Facebook and look at how many groups that you're a part of that you have not engaged in at all. And so what's the point of them? Like, there's no point. It's just dead space, right? And so if you are going to have a Facebook group, the cons of this is that it does take time to cultivate the relationship. It takes time to cultivate any relationship. And so you're going to have to commit yourself to making sure that you're engaging. And for a while there in the beginning, you're going to feel like you're the only one doing it. You're going to feel like people aren't really excited about this. And so you've got to stay committed with a focus that you're going to continually be engaged with people, that you're going to draw them out by asking them great questions so that they can be commenting. And the more that they comment, the more they're going to see your group. So the cons to having a Facebook community is that you have to be very committed and very engaged in the forefront. Now, with my group, I still comment, I'm still engaged, I'm still putting up posts, but I don't have to be as on top of things as I was before because the group communicates with each other now. The other con is that there are a lot of spammers. I don't know what it is, but if you get one spammer in the group, it's like somehow they let all their spammy friends know and you've got a ton of spammers in the group. And so you've got to be really careful and vet people before you accept them into the group. Don't make it just an open group. They have to ask to be a part of the group and then you have to accept them into the group. So that can be another con, is that you're taking time to vet these people, make sure that they're real. And if you do get a spammer in, it does take some work to get them out of there. Overall, I would say if you love community and you love cultivating community, Facebook community is a great way to really get some great exposure for your business for free. But remember, nothing's actually free, right? There's always some give and take, and the cost to Facebook groups is definitely going to be your time. Hey, I would love to hear from you. Do you have a Facebook group already? How has it gone? Did you have one and it sort of died and you want to revive it? Or have you been thinking about a Facebook group? What are your concerns? I really want to know this one. What are your concerns about starting a Facebook group? And if you've started one, what are your challenges? Maybe I'll make another video about that. Make sure to join me again. I'm always live on the Snap Society page every week. And then every Wednesday, we put out the web show on the blog, thesnapsociety.com. If you're joining me on YouTube, please make sure to subscribe and tell a friend. Continue to connect, learn, and inspire each other.